Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving deep into something that affects every single one of us, the battle against our own negative thoughts. Picture this, you wake up in the morning, and before your feet even hit the floor, your mind is already racing with worries. What if I mess up that presentation? What if they don't like my ideas? What if I'm not good enough? Sound familiar? We've all been there. That voice in your head that whispers doubts, replays embarrassing moments, and convinces you that the worst-case scenario is inevitable. But here's what I've learned from studying ancient Stoic philosophy, particularly the teachings of Marcus Aurelius. You don't have to be a prisoner to these thoughts. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius faced wars, plagues, and political turmoil, yet he maintained remarkable mental clarity. His secret? Understanding one fundamental truth. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Today, I'm sharing 7 powerful principles that will help you break free from negative thinking patterns and build unshakable mental resilience. These aren't just feel-good concepts. They're practical tools you can use starting today. Principle 1. Separate events from your interpretation. The first breakthrough in mastering your mind is understanding this. It's not what happens to you that causes suffering. It's your interpretation of what happens. Let me give you a real example. 2 people get the same critical feedback at work. Person A thinks, "I'm terrible at this job. I'll probably get fired." Person B thinks, "This feedback shows me exactly where I can improve. This is valuable information." Same event, completely different experiences. The difference? Their interpretation. Marcus Aurelius put it perfectly. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. Here's how to apply this. When something challenging happens, pause and ask yourself 3 questions. What actually happened versus what story am I telling myself about it? Is my interpretation helping me grow or holding me back? What would a more empowering perspective look like? For instance, if you don't get a callback after a job interview, instead of thinking, "I'm unemployable," try, "This wasn't the right fit," and that's okay. Each interview is practice for the right opportunity. Principle 2. Focus only on what you control. One of the biggest sources of mental suffering is trying to control things that are fundamentally outside our influence. We stress about other people's opinions, past mistakes, or future uncertainties, none of which we can actually control. The Stoics had a simple but revolutionary approach. Divide everything into 2 categories: things you can control and things you can't. Then put 100% of your energy into the first category. You can't control what others think of you, past events, future outcomes, other people's behavior, economic conditions, natural disasters. You can control your thoughts and responses, your effort and preparation, your choices and actions, your values and principles, how you treat others, what you focus on. Here's a practical exercise. Write down what's currently stressing you. For each item, ask, can I directly influence this outcome? If yes, create an action plan. If no, practice letting it go. Remember, worrying about uncontrollable things is like trying to steer a car by honking the horn. It makes noise, but doesn't change direction. Principle 3. Reframe obstacles as opportunities. The Stoics had a fascinating perspective on problems. They saw every obstacle as a chance to practice virtue, build character, and grow stronger. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Think about it. Every challenge you've overcome has made you more capable. Every difficult conversation has improved your communication skills. Every failure has taught you something valuable. Here's the reframe obstacles. Instead of "why is this happening to me?" ask, "what is this teaching me?" Instead of "this is unfair," try, "how can I grow from this?" Instead of "I can't handle this," think, "this is building my resilience." Let's say you lose your job. The victim mindset says, "This is terrible. I'm doomed." The growth mindset says, "This is scary, but it's also an opportunity to find something better aligned with my values, or to develop new skills." Principle 4. Practice negative visualization. This might sound counterintuitive, but the Stoics regularly imagined losing the things they valued most. They called this premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Why would you want to imagine bad things happening? Because it serves 3 powerful purposes. First, it builds mental resilience. When you've mentally rehearsed challenges, you're less likely to be overwhelmed if they actually occur. Second, it increases gratitude. Imagining life without your health, relationships, or opportunities makes you appreciate them more deeply. Third, it reduces anxiety. Many fears lose their power when you realize you could handle them if necessary. Try this exercise. Once a week, spend 5 minutes imagining losing something you value: your job, your health, a relationship. Then ask yourself, how would I cope? What would I still have? What would I learn? This isn't about being pessimistic. It's about building confidence in your ability to handle whatever life brings. Principle 5. Master your internal dialogue. Pay attention to how you talk to yourself throughout the day. Most people have a running commentary in their heads, and unfortunately, it's often harsh and critical. Would you talk to a good friend the way you talk to yourself? Probably not. So why do you accept that treatment from yourself? The Stoics understood that our thoughts shape our reality. As Marcus Aurelius said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Here's how to upgrade your internal dialogue. Replace "I'm not good enough" with "I'm learning and improving." Replace "I always mess up" with "I'm human and mistakes help me grow." Replace "I can't do this" with "This is challenging, but I can figure it out." Start catching yourself when you engage in negative self-talk. Don't judge it, just notice it and gently redirect to more supportive language. Principle 6. Embrace discomfort as growth. Our culture teaches us to avoid discomfort at all costs. But the Stoics knew that comfort is the enemy of growth. They regularly practiced voluntary discomfort to build mental toughness. This doesn't mean seeking out suffering for its own sake. It means recognizing that meaningful growth requires stepping outside your comfort zone. Every time you feel afraid to try something new, you have a choice. You can let fear win, or you can use it as a signal that you're about to grow. Start small. Take a cold shower. Have a difficult conversation you've been avoiding. Try a new skill where you'll be bad at first. Do something that makes you slightly uncomfortable, but moves you toward your goals. The more you practice embracing discomfort, the more confident you become in your ability to handle whatever life throws at you. Principle 7. Focus on your character, not your reputation. We spend enormous mental energy worrying about what others think of us. But the Stoics taught that reputation is largely outside our control, while character is entirely within it. Your character is who you are when nobody's watching. It's the values you live by, the integrity you maintain, and the growth you pursue regardless of external recognition. Here's the paradox. The less you worry about what others think, the more they tend to respect you. Authenticity is magnetic. People are drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin. Focus on these character-building questions. Am I acting in alignment with my values? Am I treating others with kindness and respect? Am I growing and learning from my experiences? Am I contributing positively to the world around me? When you focus on being a person of character rather than managing your image, you free up enormous mental energy for what truly matters. Putting it all together, these 7 principles aren't just theoretical concepts. They're practical tools for daily life. The key is consistent practice, not perfection. Start with one principle that resonates most with you. Maybe it's learning to separate events from your interpretation, or focusing only on what you control. Practice it for a week, then gradually incorporate the others. Remember, even Marcus Aurelius struggled with negative thoughts. His personal journal, which we now call Meditations, was full of reminders to himself about these very principles. The goal isn't to eliminate all negative thoughts. It's to not let them control you. Your mind is incredibly powerful. It can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. The choice is yours. By applying these Stoic principles, you're not just thinking more positively. You're building genuine mental strength that will serve you for life. The journey to mastering your mind isn't always easy, but it's absolutely worth it. Every time you choose empowering thought over a defeating one, every time you focus on what you can control instead of what you can't, you're building the life you truly want. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Which principle hit home for you? What's one small change you're going to implement this week? And if you found value in this content, please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos on building mental resilience and living with purpose. Your support means everything to me, and it helps these ideas reach others who might need them. Remember, you have more power over your mind than you realize. Use it wisely.